Remove keloid scars with rubber bands. YouTube tutorials are helpful for a lot of things. Keloid scar removal with rubber bands probably isn't one of them. Keloids are heaped up scars that are the result of an overgrowth of granulation tissue at the site of a healed skin injury, which is then slowly replaced by collagen. So, back to the tutorials. Basically, all you need is a scar, a rubber band, and ideally, a lower than average IQ. The idea is that you cut off the blood supply to the scar, which eventually turns black and falls off. The only drawback is that it hurts like hell and can cause further disfigurement and possible unintended necrosis. But unintended necrosis is the best kind of dead tissue. Feeling under the weather? Watch these.
New Yorkers coughing it up for Chinese remedy. As the flu season slams the U.S., good old Americans are looking for relief anywhere they can find it. In the Big Apple, it looks like people have finally discovered Nimzhong's Pi Pa Gao, a Chinese herbal remedy made in Hong Kong. It helps soothe the sore throats, relieve coughs, and reduce phlegm with its special sauce, lettuce, cheese. In Asia, a bottle probably costs $5 to $6, but according to the Wall Street Journal, a bottle can run as high as $70 through online third-party retailers. But not to fear, Amazon and Walmart have cheaper prices. But if you wanted China cheap, head down to some of those old-school Chinatown pharmacies. King World Medicines Group owns the cough syrup and saw its stock price shoot up 27% because of the WSJ article.
Sayonara flu. The Japanese Health Ministry has approved a groundbreaking new drug that can get rid of the flu in just one day. When the influenza virus enters the body, it hijacks the cells to make copies of itself, which then burst forth and infect other cells. Antivirals like Tamiflu are taken in multiple doses over several days and stop the virus by binding to a coating on its surface to inhibit its ability to escape an infected cell. New drug Xofluza requires a single pill and suppresses virus replication by targeting an enzyme the virus needs to multiply. During trials, the drug was shown to eliminate the flu virus in just 24 hours, compared to 3 days using Tamiflu. Xofluza was approved in just 4 months under Japan's fast-tracking drug review system and is set to go on sale once a price is determined by the government.
Brit has world's worst case of super gonorrhea. What happens in Bangkok stays in Bangkok, unless it's a case of super clap. A man in the UK has been diagnosed with the world's worst ever case of super gonorrhea that is resistant to first-choice antibiotics. The man picked it up after a sexual encounter with a woman in Southeast Asia. Health officials say it's the first time the infection was unable to be treated with a combination of azithromycin and ceftriaxone antibiotics. The infection is caused by the bacterium Neisseria gonorrhea. It's spread through unprotected sex. Symptoms can include a thick green or yellow discharge from sexual organs, pain urinating, and bleeding between periods. If left untreated, it can cause infertility, pelvic inflammatory disease, and can be spread to children during pregnancy. Physicians now have the man on one last antibiotic, but will have to wait until next month to see if it works at combating the infection. Nightmare bacteria spreading across U.S. hospitals. Stay away from U.S. hospitals and stop dropping antibiotics like they're candy. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, nightmare bacteria that are resistant to almost all antibiotics are spreading across U.S. hospitals. The CDC found 221 cases in 2017 of a rare breed of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. 1 in 4 germ samples analyzed by the CDC found special genes that allow them to spread resistance to other bacteria. The CDC also said 11% of people tested carried these superbugs without displaying any symptoms. People infected with these bacteria spread the disease to other people in the hospital, such as patients, doctors, and nurses. These people can then in turn act as silent carriers and infect others even if they don't become sick themselves. According to the CDC, every year about 2 million Americans are sickened from antibiotic-resistant infections, while more than 23,000 patients are killed.